Just what have the last couple of days been like for you, and what are you and Vlade were able to kind of talk about going forward to try to get these guys out of this rush you guys have been in for a couple of weeks now?
I mean, I think it's basically, for me, it's been basketball. My world's basketball. My world isn't all that other stuff. All the other stuff is their world, and unfortunately, I'm at an age in my life that's not very high level of importance to me. We're at a time of the year that de-energizing your team or having negative energy is always difficult because trade deadline and All-Star break, there's always kind of that creates ebb and flow of good and bad energy. And losing doesn't help that either. And I think that's what we got to fight tonight is the monster of losing. To get that, to go out and get a win, and then take 5 or 6 days to kind of regroup and recuperate. And I think we're going to have a good second half of the season.
You've had a fascinating run to get to this point in your career. You've been all over the world, you've coached all different leagues. Was there a point in your life when this really would have bothered you, all the rumors swirling around and stuff, and distracted you and upset you? Because you seem to be focused and at peace now. Was there a time when it would have upset you?
Sure. I mean, I think when you're younger, I think you're always a little more into what people are saying and what people are thinking. But as you get older, I think you learn you have no control over it. I mean, you can do your job perfectly. As from the standpoint of an encyclopedia, you can do your job perfectly in this league. And if you don't win and don't fulfill expectation, you're going to be criticized. So that's, when you sign the contract, that's the job you're signing up for. So in my world, as I said, I try to stay in my world, and I love my world. My world is exciting to me, and this team is still exciting to me. And 10 days ago, we had a winning month in the NBA, I think for the second time in Cousins' run in Sacramento. And we were in a good place. And that's the ebb and flow of whatever, schedule, bad basketball, good basketball, unlucky basketball. And you do hit stretches where you got to fight through it. You got to persevere and be strong. And that's what our job is tonight.
What was discussed yesterday with Vlade? What did you guys discuss?
I don't think it's anything different than just a situation, frustration. Everybody's frustrated when you lose. And, I'm not going to go into the private conversations that we had. We talked about the team, talked about the trade deadline situations, and talked about going forward in a positive way, in a committed, connected way.
So do you feel as if you're good for the rest of the year, or is there any conflict
Again, that's I feel good with Vlade. I always have felt good for Vlade. I don't think Vlade and I have had a disconnect other than we want to win more games than we're winning right now, and that's fine with me. That's fine with me. But everybody should want to win more than we're winning right now.
You mentioned Cousins and having a winning month with him. Do you see any similarities in his game to Jahlil Okafor, a guy here in Philadelphia who's got a very evolved offensive game and a guy that they're maybe trying to build around?
I think that's a good comparison. I think Okafor has very good footwork, has, for a better phrase, small man skills and a big man body. And obviously he's having statistically a very strong season. And I think he's become, every week or every 10 games, it seems like he's becoming more influential and more responsible. And, I know, the record says they're a bad basketball team, but I've always said this: that there aren't bad basketball teams in the NBA. There are teams that lose games in the NBA, and this team is not a bad basketball team.
Do you think that, you've seen the NBA evolve a couple of times now. Do you think that